everybody. I'm back. I'm back at Let's Talk About It. Let's talk about education and the arts. Let's get into it. Um, One day we gonna talk about just the statistics and the education part of it, and then another day, since I'm on here Tuesdays and Thursdays, another day we'll talk about the um, the school and how it or how we at Creative Music Academy incorporates the music and arts here and how it affects our students. And like I said, at some point we'll have interviews with the students, with probably my children. Um, and if any other parents don't mind, we'll have some interviews with some parents that have been with us before or have and believe in what we are doing. So I'm trying to make sure we don't have any technical difficulties because I'm not seeing what I want to see. Okay, there we go. All right, if you are here, please say hello. I love feedback. I love people to join in. I love people to ask me questions because this is not just about me. This is about educating all of the importance of education and fine arts, and then just educating you and letting you know about what we do here at CMA. So with that being said, I'm not a person that likes to sit here and just talk alone. So ask me questions as I go and do all that good stuff. I promise you I'll answer you back. There we go. I will definitely get back with you. Give me 1 second, y'all. Ariel, your brother's here. Thank you. So, as you can tell, I still work while I'm doing these wonderful lives. My kids is on breaks, getting ready to get started here just a second. But while they're getting started, I normally jump on the lives to make sure that we can just let people know about CMA. Let people know about what we do and how we do it and the importance of it. So, with that being said, let's talk about it. So today, I just want to give a little tidbit on Creative Music Academy. I told you about myself last week. I kind of told you a little bit about what we do here. I just want to get into that more in depth, if that makes sense. So Creative Music Academy has classes. We have classes here that are focused on teaching students who want to play, write, rearrange, own music, create their own music, create their ability to have a variety of styles of playing music. We also teach about different instruments, how to play different instruments, how to have vocal lessons. We have vocal lessons, we have instrument lessons. So we don't just limit it to piano, drums, guitar. We have saxophone, flute, trumpet players, just different instruments that you can learn how to play. So we don't limit it to one instrument. We don't limit it to genre because we want the kids to be well-rounded musicians. So we're not just teaching Christian music or just teaching classical or just teaching. No, we're teaching music. We teach the theory of music so that if they become musicians that want to write music, they'll learn how to write their own music. And we teach how to play by ear. So any of my pastor friends that are on any of the social media platforms that I'm on, if you have young people that want to learn how to play an instrument and you have no musician in your church, this is the perfect way to get and nurture a musician to be able to do what they love to do, which is to play, to sing. if you have choir members, if you have trying to get a worship leader, perfect place to come to get lessons for vocal coaching. Perfect way to get information and lessons on how to be a worship leader, what that looks like. If you're not in that arena, say you just want to do classical and folk and rock and all that other genre of music, we allow the students to venture into that. Now, mind you, we keep it clean because we deal with children, but we let them learn how to do pop rock and learn how to do different beats and rhythms of music, because it helps their creativity. What we have and what we're doing now. So, with that being said, give me 1 second. I put it on Do Not Disturb, and my phone still is disturbing me. Um, give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know why it's still disturbing my life, but there we go. All right, so that's a basis of what we do. Now, is that all we do? No. We have other collaborative opportunities. So we have photography class where the young people come in and they teach photography, or they get taught photography. We have, and that's on Tuesdays. They get to learn how the industry of photography, if they wanted to be, a professional photographer, they're learning how to shoot in manual, what shutters are, how to properly shoot in good lighting, what a headshot really is. Not just taking pictures with your phone. This is students that are purchasing professional cameras because they want to take pictures for newspapers. They want to be videographers. They want to be those that take pictures for fashion lines and things of that nature. So we have a photography class. We have an adult photography class. There's adults that want to get back in this game, that want to venture into something new and don't want to be stuck in just one particular space and one particular situation. Then we don't not only have the photography class, we have the art class. And the art class is for our young students. We don't have an adult class as of yet. But for our young students, we have an art class. So you got babies that are 4 and up that their creativity is art. They like coloring, they like painting, they like sculpturing, they like making stuff with their hands. Bring them to our art class, because that gives great advancement in their learning. How? Because it makes them think outside of the box. What do you mean by that? So, when they're doing academic questions, sometimes the questions might be black and white, but sometimes you have to have that creative thinking in the shade of gray to be able to allow them to grow in their capacity to learn. We want our students to be learning all the time. We want them to. But the moment they start learning past the art capacity, we want them to stop learning. We want them to outgrow us. We want them to have the art projects and the art that's magnificent, that makes more money than what we've been making. So we give different approaches to the arts. We don't stay with just photography and art. We also offer IT and coding classes. What? That is an art? Yes, it is. It is absolutely an art, because they are being creative to make different coding for programs, for games, for video games. I know programmers that have learned how to program apps, all off of being able to take a IT and coding class. And with it being so young, these young students are able to by the time they turn 18, they can have their own profession, their own job. They can ask for a certain amount of money. It's funny. Me and my mom was talking not too long ago about my dad. And my dad was an electrician here around the Oklahoma City area. And if anybody knows my dad, this man could put wires together like it was nobody's business. Some of the most well-known electricians won't even touch his work because they was like, he thought outside the box. He was creative when he put this together. Now, it's not going to burn down, and yes, it passed coding. But I'm just saying, sometimes it takes us to have those creative outlets so that our students, our children can be able to grow and be well-rounded and be able to be creative. Creative does several things. It helps us with creativity. It helps us with therapy. There's music therapy. There's music therapy. There's therapy where it's art therapy, where the kids might be coloring and it's relieving stress and anxiety and all that other stuff that's going on in the world today. Why are we so concerned? Why and are you so concerned about that? Well, I say this atmosphere, this place is created for it because of the fact that we want to make sure that our students, our children are growing at a rate that their mental capacity is not breaking down early because they're so stressed out because they don't have an outlet. They don't have extracurricular activities. They don't have the ability to be creative because they have to sit in the classroom for 8 to 5 and there's no real arts going on or nothing that is catching their attention to be able to do what they desire to do. Now, mind you, am I saying anything's wrong with the public school? No. Everybody has their places of growth and development. What I'm saying is CMA is here to assist in those areas, whether you homeschool, virtual school, or public school. We are there to, hey, Pastor Jason, we are there to make sure that they're ever growing in their capacity to grow. Some kids grow in sports. They're sports kids. They're not band kids. They're not art kids. They're not photography kids. They're not IT and coding kids. They're not the engineer. They're not the doctor. They just sports. My life was built around sports starting out. Sports and music. So when I started, I was the sports: softball, basketball, volleyball, track, tennis. I did every sport possible. Bowling, what else? Skating. I did every sport possible. But what captured my heart was music. And what I stayed in was music. And so I believe that music and the arts and the creativity of the arts is supposed to be here to advance and cultivate our next generation. So how is that happening? What is all this going to do? How does it further the building of our next generation? It helps develop creativity. We help learning from experienced instructors. I've been saying it. I said that 2 times last week. I'm going to say it 2 times this week. Experienced instructors. They may or may not have a degree in music. But because they've been in the music industry or they've been with music for over 30 years or if they've played in the industry for over a certain amount of years, they have the experience and the expertise to help develop your student, your adult creativity self to come and grow in what you desire to learn. Whether it's from music, photography, art, and IT, it's giving that developmental skill to you. Not just a book smart. Hear me. Not just a book smart. It's not just about books nowadays. Yes, a degree is great. Yes, a certificate is great. Yes, a having all the accolades and the doctorates and all that, that's great. But if you have the paper with no expertise and no real knowledge and no real wisdom of how to operate in it, you'll be moving and flurrying out there trying to figure it out. And we're here to help you not to try to figure it out. Our expertise can tell you the pitfalls. They can tell you what to do, how to avoid, how to make a different decision in a second of a moment. Perfect example. My daughter, I'm going to use her because I use her all the time. If I talk about my own child, y'all won't talk about me for talking about y'all's child. No. But I'm talking about my kid because she is rocking it right now. She's in the photography class. And she's being taught by an expert. This is her second year with Miss Valerie. And she has already gotten clients. She has already gotten to the editing stages of editing photos and giving it back. Promote your book that you author. Okay, I will, Pastor Jackson. And it's just it's exciting to me to see a young person that is 13 years old, she'll be 14, coming up soon, getting ready to she already has a business, already has her LLC, already do her thing. She's working it. So by the time she turns 18, she has her business. Her mama ain't got to, and she keeps her coins. She learned how to save and all that good stuff. So with all of that, it brings a already set business mindset, already set marketplace for her to walk into. Now, will she keep her business? God knows, only God knows. But will she have the experience to go anywhere and put it on her resume? Yes, she can. And yes, she will. That's like art. She's been in art galleries and has already been featured in different newspapers and art magazines and stuff like that, just so that her art is getting out. She paints, she sculptures, she's in the art class. Same thing with my son. He's a drummer. He's 10, going on 11. He plays drums. He gets little gigs. So we're teaching them now what to do. I have a young lady that's doing a pageant on Saturday, and she is ready to go to do this pageant. So we're giving them opportunities to step into arenas at an early age.
Mama, a boy is in my room.
Okay.
So I can't play.
Okay. Okay. I'll be there in just a second. Okay. Okay, I'll be there. I'll be there in just a second. And that was my 3-year-old, fist to be 4. Even she plays an instrument, and she gets to have that opportunity early at the age of 3 and 4. Now, how do we do all of this? We also support homeschool, virtual school students for tutoring, for homeschool, help collaborate with parents to help teach the skills that's needed to graduate. We collaborate and do all of that. My son is in the IT class. His IT teacher is absolutely amazing. They just took apart a computer and put it back together so that they can know what a computer looks like, taking apart, putting it together. And now they're getting into the coding. So now he's getting ready to do coding. Are y'all praying for me? Because the boys are already trying to take stuff apart and put it back together. But it's what I love to see is the kids growing, developing in their skill set of what they love. So Pastor Jason, my pastor, asked would I promote the book that I have. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to take you with me. And what I'm going to do is I will turn my screen around. So I have 2 books. It's called Sound of Life, Musicians Devotional. Jesus. This is a devotional for musicians. It's not really for just musicians. It's for everybody that wants to read it. It is a wonderful devotional. We also have a CD left. Booz International CD, that's my single. But we also have Unlocking the Doors for Successful Learning. And this is it's an actual book to help parents with academic learning. So if you are in homeschool, virtual school, if you're really for homeschool and virtual school parents, and you need that extra help and extra assistance to educate your child at home, this is what this is really for. It also helps those that are in public school, their babies are in public school, and it's like, oh, what do I do about this, or what do I do about that? How do I know which educational plan is good for my child? What do you mean by educational plan? Is public school good for my child? Is homeschool good for my child? Is virtual school better for my child? Because everybody does not learn the same. Everybody learns differently. And so we have to be able and to be sensitive to know that, man, if my child is keep getting bullied at school, and stuff is keep happening to create trauma, public school might not be the perfect fit. Everybody's not meant for homeschool. I figured that out. Everybody's not meant for homeschool. But maybe virtual school is a better fit than homeschool. You at least get the extra assistance from a teacher, but maybe, the online learning on a computer is a little bit better than writing in a book every day to try to get those assignments done. Maybe we have to have some games or something exciting to do while we're in active learning. Same thing with music. Music lessons are never the same for each musician. It's always different because there's somebody that's a little bit advanced than someone that's just beginning. Same thing in academics. Your baby might be past the 4th grade, and because public school only teaches 4th grade because they have to teach a mass of students at one point in time, you might want to switch them to virtual school because they can go at their own pace and they can get done early and go to the next grade if they're ready to go to that next grade. So there's different collaboratives that you can do that will make your child's education more exciting, more fun. That's all we're doing here at Creative Music Academy. We're making that creative space be more fun and more exciting for students to learn. So I've been asked, how do I sign up? In the link in the comments is www.cmusic.academy.com. You can click on the link, enroll your child, enroll yourself, because I know some adults that's been saying, I want to get back into piano. I want to learn how to play saxophone. I've been having this saxophone here for about 20 years. Enroll. We have affordable prices for everybody. We're a nonprofit organization, so we get donations so that we can scholarship or we can make it affordable for parents and for families to be able to join. If you have more than one child, more than one student, we do discounts. Discounts are available unto you to be able to fulfill the financial obligation that is given. What else? Do you have, I don't have a kid. I don't have students. I don't have young people, but I want to donate. You absolutely can do that. We have a donations tab. in that same comment section, there's a donations tab. You can click on www.cmusic.com and sign up for donation. You could do it monthly, quarterly, or a one-time donation. However you see fit. If you do it monthly and you say, hey, can you scholarship this to a student for me? It would absolutely get scholarship to a student and a family. Because we want to make sure we can service as many children in the creative arts as we can. We want to be able to allow as many students that can be served by us to be served by us, okay? The other thing is, I don't know if you noticed, I know I wear it all the time, or most of the time. I don't wear it all the time, but you see that nice hoodie? We have CMA hoodies, t-shirts, mask. We have it. If you want it, we have it. We also have zip-up jackets. I will have mine. You'll get to see it on Thursday. I'll have mine this week so you can see it. But we have zip-up jackets. Those proceeds go to the students at the school. And here comes my 3-year-old. Come here, baby. Come help me do my life. Okay. So as you can tell, we were in the middle of playtime. So, but in the midst of everything that you got going on, she's okay. In the midst of everything that you are doing throughout your day, just take the time to just look, check us out, see if it's a fit for you all and for the families that are around. Find a neighbor's kid that wants to be able to participate, wants to be able to play, wants to be able to do photography. There's so many benefits from it. You'll hear on Thursday some statistics of the benefits of how music and arts benefit the mind, the body, and the soul. And I just wanted to thank you for your time. I'm not gonna stay on here much longer, but thank you for your time, for just sitting down with me and listen to me talk about CMA. You want to say something, Bookie? Can you tell the people hi?
Hi.
Say, I love CMA. No. Well, it's nap time for us, y'all. Y'all be blessed. Have a good